Here we are, Ray Palmer, Shallon Sports. You see in the background. We're not in the field though, we're in the office. We're in the football office, it's state of the art. Behind us is the weight room. I mean, I don't know how much it costs, but it's a college level facility weight room. We're here in the office though. I got the playboard to my right. I got a refrigerator with Diet Coke to my left. I'm doing great here on a nice little, what day is it? Friday afternoon. To my right, usually I ask what position, a few coaches I just meeting for the first time, I ask them your name and position you coach. But instead I'll introduce, because I know his name and I know the position he coaches because I've been broadcasting Peters football now for many years. To my right, special teams coach, this year running backs coach, Ray Cosentino. Ray, thank you for joining us here.
Thanks for having me, man. R&O, we got Ray and Ray.
Ray and Ray.
It's like the first time ever.
The first time ever is right. Coach, so I know you've only coached here at St. Peter's. We were doing the math. What would we come up with? How many years have you been coaching football in some capacity here at St. Peter's?
So I've been coaching since 2010-11, so it's about 15 years, but I've been involved with the program since my arrival as a freshman in 1996.
Your arrival as a freshman in 1996 is my graduating year of high school,
That
96.
shows our age.
And I was a freshman at Peters in 92.
Okay.
I didn't graduate from Peters, but I was a freshman there in 92. So your arrival in 96 as a player.
Yes, I was the pioneer of my family coming here. That's how I got everybody here.
Where the rest of the family?
I was the trailblazer.
The rest of the family went where else?
We had a city kid. We had from some St. Peter's City. My sisters all went to
Bounced.
Yeah, my brother Mike was after me.
So you took it to the North Shore,
Yes,
and Mike
we brought it to the
followed
North Shore.
you.
Yes.
And Mike now the principal of
Yeah,
St. Peter's.
my father was the head coach for a long time.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only championship, 2001. This is.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Wow.
Mike Haas Jr. was a starter DB on that team.
Oh my God! It's funny how
we do a 30 for 30 on that.
we can do just alone, right? Just alone on some of the stories, And I was there.
Yeah.
I was a freshman at St. Peter's with Bill Sullivan, was my social studies teacher.
He was my coach. Yes.
He was one of one, to say the least.
100%.
And so we'll go with that. How much of whether it's Bill Sullivan or other people along the way, how much have those coaches impacted your own coaching?
It's funny, all the time. I think about Bill Sullivan often. I think about the coaches I had after that, Frank Mattias.
And where's Frank Mattias? Was that college? Or was
No, Frank Mattias was right after Bill Sullivan retired.
Okay.
The Coretta and Vidiglione were co-head coaches for a year, and Frank Mattias came in. He was here for a year.
Gotcha.
He was on that. He coached that 98 team with Justin Walker.
That's my guy, Jay Walker.
Yeah. Mike Mucci, Greg Sill, all those guys.
Those were all my guys.
And then, obviously my father took over after that, so I'm a product of my father, obviously. And then I went on to play at Western Connecticut State, had a bunch of coaches there. Actually, Bob Cerise.
WestCon? I didn't know this
Dennis
either.
Rizzo. Dennis Rizzo, yeah, man, we were teammates.
I am Dennis Rizzo's daughter's like my niece, and I grew up with them.
He used to drive me home as a freshman.
We used to go to TK's.
Yeah, man.
TK's is
good time out
TK's
there.
is the best wings I've ever had. I don't think I've had anything better. I honestly, they are.
We got Pippins out there too.
I have never been anywhere but TK's, and if I'm in Western Connecticut, you won't get me to go anywhere but TK's.
Good time, man, and they're doing good out there. But Bob Cerise was our head coach, and Bob Cerise wound up at he left Western Connecticut to go to the Bengals. And then he wound up at now he's the head coach at Princeton. He's been there for a while.
It's funny. I
remember Bob Cerise is in a lot of my thoughts all the time, the way he did things.
Sure.
And then obviously coming back, and my father recruited me back. He was still coaching at the time, and then Mark took over for my father, and Mark's had a huge influence on my coaching career.
So I'm going back to WestCon for 1 second. So Rizzo's a senior. What are you?
I'm a redshirt freshman.
Redshirt freshman.
And he's probably a redshirt senior.
And he was, so I used to love going to games. He was one of my best friends. And it's cool when your best friend is the best player in the field, at least defensively, right?
Yes.
So the other team's tight end went for, it had to be, we'll say 7 catches, 200 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Just an absolute monster.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, like, Riz, that tight end was tearing you up. He was like, that was Matt Giobbe. I was like, so it was Matt Giobbe. I'm on tour with Matt Giobbe, and it was just it's funny, the Staten Island connection. So. Well, back here, so you go through your playing career, WestCon, come home, coaching career starts. So just tell me, I was at practice yesterday, and footage will be coming. Football practice, I'm learning what football practices are like right now, and it's a lot of breakdowns. Each coach is doing something. And Ray Cosentino, folks, is the most meticulous and organized coach I've ever seen in any position, any sport, any time, right? I mean, just manipulatives, cones, balls. So
trying to get after it.
So just describe it as best you can, your philosophy as far as that individual breakdown when you're instructing kids and then teaching a position.
Yeah, I just like to be prepared for practice and work on that. A lot of it has to do with footwork. I believe it starts with their feet. We're also fighting for cones, so I'm always setting up early. So I come prepared. It just makes the practice go much easier when you have everything set up. It flows really nice. We have limited time with the kids that we have. So if we have a 15-minute period to do footwork and EDVs, I'm trying to make sure it's set up, ready to go. I believe in doing that every single time. If you came back today, you see the same drills.
Sure.
Maybe a little variation, but it's really the same thing. And then each day, another 15 minutes, we're working on the next period will be run blocking. And then we do another 15 minutes, we're doing pass pro. So we're trying to get that whole in 45 minutes. And with Mark, with the offense this year, we're trying to do a lot of mesh period. So it works really well. Work on the footwork. And then we put all of our eye discipline reads in on the next period. So it's really working good.
What he's describing, there is a giant, massive ball, like a big medicine ball like thing, and Ray's rolling at the kids as they're running. I'm watching, like, if that ball hit me, I would disintegrate in space.
Yes,
but fortunately.
But also, Mark, Rob Sika, that's what they want us to do. It starts from the top, so that's the expectation. So I'm just following their lead.
And it seems like you and a lot of the other coaches, you got some really young kids coaching, you got some first-year guys, and you have guys with their experience.
Yeah.
It seems like from Sika to Cristoforo, they're empowering everyone to do it their
100%.
way.
Yeah.
They hire people for a reason, right?
Yes, 100%.
So you've been talking mostly so far about the running backs, but I'll say this, and I don't, the best special teams coach on God's green earth to my right, okay?
Some heavy praise.
Now, maybe, listen, there's NFL in the world and stuff like that, but certainly in high school football, it doesn't come close. St. Peter's special teams has changed games consistently over the last decade or so, and it has a lot to do with the man on my right. So how difficult can it be? I guess some kids probably play other positions.
Yes.
So how do you find a way to have such a strong unit when special teams does not get the practice time or the commitment that the offense and defense gets?
Yeah, so a lot, we've struggled, we've had a lot of success, but we had struggled in the past. But in the past 2 years, obviously the man to my right, Rob Sika, he really helps out a lot. When the head coach is running scout, it kind of sets a precedent for the team that special teams is taken serious. So, our expectation, our standard here is that everybody plays special teams. So if you ever notice, if you ever look, there's always, there's starters on kickoff return, extra point. Jeremiah Williams was player of the year last year in the AA, and he was on every single special team. He was on kickoff, making tackles. Marco Ruda was holding. He was kickoff returning. Our offensive lineman of the year, Logan Kelty, was on all of our special teams as well. Everybody plays. We have reserves that are ready to go, which helps out a lot as well. Give the starters a break. But everyone's expected to play special teams, and all the coaches contribute. I know you had Rob in yesterday.
I did.
He's a big help on special teams. Michelangelo, he's the linebackers coach this year. He's always helping out on special teams. Coach Derek, you just interviewed him. All the coaches are helping out. So that's a big part of it. And,
takes a village.
Takes a village, yes. And it really, with special teams, you have very limited time on executing everything and getting guys out. So we kind of try our best in practice to have that sort of tempo when we're in and out. We kind of do it. We have 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever we have, we're in and out. And that's kind of what we're going with.
I think it seems as what it shows, right? The drills, the individual
and we
drills
do a lot of
translate to the
teaching.
field.
So the scheme is there. We do a lot of drills that teach to the scheme. So we've researched some drills. We do a lot, like if you were there today, we did a kickoff, and we really didn't come together as a unit. For that 20 minutes, the last 6 to 7 minutes was a whole team. The first, 13 minutes was drills that we were doing to teach the actual scheme.
Now, this first year coaching running backs?
No, I've been coaching running backs.
Okay.
On and off, we kind of, I would say I coached Jeremiah Williams for 4 years at running back. Maybe 1 year I wasn't.
Okay, so it's bounced around a bit.
Yeah. But I coached junior varsity for a while too. So I was coaching, I coached like Bobby Wing on JV at running back. I was like his running back coach on JV.
Okay, got
it. You know what I mean? So I've been doing it a long time.
Well, it's certainly, the running backs coach St. Peter's. Jeremiah was the best running back in the city last season. Marco Ruda, you could argue, was the second best running back in New York City, right? The best special team. So, Ray, you're your goal for your units, your goal for your running backs / your goal for your special teams, and then obviously, what are the team goals here for St. Peter's this season?
I would say, so we've had a lot of success last year. I was very happy with the production last year. I told the team yesterday, we had a big team meeting about special teams, and I told them the expectation was to pass on the torch, continue the legacy that those kids you know, before, I mean, I had those kids for 4 years because I coached that senior class on JV as freshmen. So
Oh, wow.
I had them for 4 years, and you know, they kind of knew the scheme, so it's a lot of teaching this year, reteaching with this stuff. A lot of these kids are new, so my goal is maybe to, you know, is to dumb it down, make it more simple and execute. So we're gonna try to just continue, you know, and our goal over here is to have no turnovers, no big plays, and have one big play every game. So our main goal is to have no like turnovers on our end, no block kicks, and one big play a game, one huge play that's gonna, you know, impact the game somehow. Whether it's on a kickoff return for a touchdown, block punt. Sometimes it's none of those things, and it's maybe on kickoff we have pinned them inside the 20, inside the 10 multiple times. So that would accumulate into like one big play.
And I think a lot of those special teams things are things that won't show up in a box score.
Yes,
but
100%.
can be absolute game
Yeah,
changers.
and another thing, we have a lot of, if you ever watch on our kickoff returns and on our punt team, there's a lot of like speed.
Oh,
So my
absolutely.
mindset is like we have like cornerbacks on the front line on kickoff return. So, and we have like really fast linebacker type guys, running backs on the punt team. So we're like able to move and run and get down the field, which changes a lot of things. So a lot of times you go against a team on kickoff return, they got big guys up front, or they got the you know, the linemen on the punt team. So, you know, I feel like it's a benefit to us to have that.
Speed kills, they say,
100%.
right? It's always good to have
100%.
speed on
Speed does
in
kill.
any sport.
Yes.
It's good to have speed
Yes.
on the
Yes.
field
Yes.
and court,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Coach, I know you got a lot to do. I won't take any more of your time.
I
But
appreciate
Coach,
it, man.
thank
It's
you
a
for
pleasure.
joining
Thanks for
us,
having me.
and good luck to you
Thank
at
you.
St.
Thank
Peter's
you.
football.
Looking forward to it.
All right.